a quick talk about theory of everything that I'm writing. Yes, theory of everything. I've been doing that for quite some time. Um, have to share something with you. I read an email from this summer. I haven't checked my email actually. Like I just didn't check it, so I checked it now. And so it seems that one of my most loyal, or loyal, I don't know, like the subscriber that I had the best relationship with back in time, he has now, he knows exactly what I've been up to, right? And he's been taking and making his own theory of everything now with a recursiveness, which is the core of my theory of everything, is a recursiveness. Yes, now taken that and published it, and doing all the bureaucracy kind of, you know yeah. And so uh, I am not worried about that. All that I'm feeling is a sense of betrayal, you know and what this is what this is teaching me, and is that the best of people that I meet here on YouTube are stabbing me in the back. Okay, it's a fact that it is like that. So it's also not the first time. First, he released it as some kind of scientific paper with fractal, or what did he mention? Recursive feedback loops having being consciousness. Okay, and this is something that I have talked about on my channel for many years, that the fractal is alive, and I've been talking so much about feedback loops and so on. And anyhow, the best, and I really mean it, like the best of people, when I think about people, sadly, my experience is that the best are simply not good. I don't know how to say that in another way. It's really how it is, and it's my experience. So, because of this, I am simply not able to talk about the theory of everything that I'm writing right now. Um, it is um, there is a love in this theory of everything also. I just wanted to share that I'm writing, and this is the the theory of everything. Okay, it's one what's going to be eventually admitted to be the like this is the theory of everything, guys, for which describes and now, of course, there's going to be you're going to to see that maybe sometime, I don't know. Okay, uh, so what's what's unique about what I'm doing is that there is a simplicity and an elegance in that simplicity of having a recursiveness. And it basically means, like, if you have a formula in, or if you're a programmer, if you have a function and you call it and the function calls itself, that's the recursiveness. And this is, as I said, the basis or one of the basis of my theory of the theory of everything, or my theory of everything that I'm writing. Um, and once you once you realize what this is about, you're going to see that this describes also a sense of this unity, or this togetherness that is also present in, like, besides from the betrayal of the best. The best are seems to be betrayals. I don't know how to put that in a different way, but But besides from that, there really is uh, yeah, there really is a love also, and it is present in things and so on. Um, so in this theory, like, why would you want to read this theory of everything that I'm writing? Well, it is because it describes heaven. Like, you will see what heaven is in the theory of everything. You will see what God is. You will see what you will see something that makes the circle whole in a way when it comes to philosophy. It also describes biology. It describes physics. And what I do is that I not only how do you say uh, there's someone outside here. I don't only state what the theory of everything is, but I also prove it. I have a way of proving that, which also is sound, as I said. Like I really know that there's a way to explain this. Like, how did I go about making this theory of everything? Well, first of all, I know that it's true. That's the first step. I just know that it's true. Then, secondly, I try to reason what is the theory behind what I know. Once I have that theory, I think about what is a reasonable way of proving that. How do I go about that? And then I find a way to do that. A way to um, have measurements and data that makes this into a truth. Anyhow, what's good about this is that you know something from it. Like, you will know that, like, besides from this heaven part also, um, if you are a logical person, you maybe will want to look into that uh, theoretical part with a, so like what I say is an elegance, because maybe you will think that, oh, that's interesting, someone saying that a theory of everything will point in the direction of heaven itself. Well, how is that theoretical part? How does it how does it hold against your critical eye? Your critical eye, will it hold? And that's also the the important part, that you, like a critical thinker, it's kind of cursed with having a critical thinking, right? You're cursed, or we are cursed, having to think and reason and see the fallacies, right? And and so you believe that maybe, okay, I'm saying that it will show heaven itself, and maybe you think that, yeah, it's going to be, you're going to find something in that theoretical part, which is the basis of all of this. Well, I think I pulled it off. So there is um, yeah, you're going to like that. I mean, especially if you're um, a thinker, if you're a thinker, you'll be skeptical, and that's okay. Like, be skeptical. Of course, I'm also skeptical. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been able to write in a way that, I'm criticizing I'm criticizing myself when I do this while doing it. But in actuality, what the theory is doing is that it's going to describe to you like heaven itself, which is going to make some kind of path in different ways. Um, yeah, in that you're going to see this metaphorical expression of the same thing uh, in front of you, in a way like around you, because it's there, you know, it is present. And all of this ties together with Aristotle also. Aristotle is a big focus in my theory of everything, the father of logic, Aristotle. I use a few of his ideas. Aristotle, the father of logic, right? You could almost say that it's the father of science, the scientific model itself. And I also have a criticism against the scientific model, which is embedded into this. There is something that it's not that the scientific model is wrong, it's just not enough. There is something more. Like you need something more beyond the scientific model. You need more. There's something missing, and I'm adding that. Yeah, because the scientific method is focusing on measurements exclusively and theory, but there's something more, you could say. There's something that is missing in the scientific model. Okay, um, it's not as like, note that I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm saying that it's like, if you think a set theory, like this is scientific method, but in actuality it's like this big. You see what I mean? There's something. It's not that I'm saying this is a scientific method, but this is how it should be. No, I'm saying that this is scientific method. This is how it should be. Okay, it's a bit bigger. Um, and you're going to love it. Okay, and you that uh, you that are messing with me, right? You're going to feel ashamed of that. I'm sure of it, because it's simply the elegance combined with, the love that is there in this structure itself of existence. It's going to uh, catch up to you, I'm sure. And yeah, I also have presented in my theory of everything potential fallacy. Let me read that fallacy to you. I have identified the most probable fallacy that I will be criticized with, and I will just say what that is. It is the fallacy of equivocation. Equivocation fallacy. Okay? It's called equivocation. It is the most probable fallacy that someone is going to try to use against what I'm saying. Equivocation fallacy. I will leave a link to that fallacy below if you want to read about it in Wikipedia. But I also argue that it goes beyond that fallacy, and that it is simply not applicable to what I'm doing. I just bring it up to convince you that I've been thinking about this, the fallacy part also. So yeah, basically heaven itself, with a theory that is elegant, simple, and with reason. I mean, it's going to. You can take that critical thinking of yours and look into the theory, and you'll see that it makes sense. Okay. So yeah, that's it. Bye.